From the moment we are born to this world, we are influenced by the marketplace. Advertisers and marketers are wanting us, the consumer, to buy their products. What exactly is all this advertising, and where does it come from? Advertisers are usually paid on a compensation basis which covers the main cost of producing the advertisements. On top of this, the firm receives 15% commission for every ad that is placed. As one might imagine, the more money that is put at stake, the more pressure there is on the firm to be successful. Marketers have always found ways of getting their messages out there. As time changes, so does the methodology of the advertisers. Since the advent of the nationally distributed magazine, advertisers have paid big bucks to get the names of their products out there. The in-house marketing department for Wrigley's Gum Company in 1920 started with an advertising budget of $32. 10 years later, thanks to the arrival of radio, Wrigley's Gum Company had an advertising budget of $3 million. Advertising pervades through many different media. Companies will often band together to benefit each other in sales. Take the example of the movie Shrek the Third. When the movie hit theaters 6 months ago, the film was advertised all over the place. McDonald's launched a 4-week campaign promoting their Shrek Happy Meal. These meals come complete with Shrek toys and gobs of advertising and fun games for kids to look at and play. When these kids go shopping with their moms and dads, they might wander across a box of Shrek cereal or macaroni and cheese. If they wanted to, these kids could also pick up the Shrek soundtrack, or the Shrek action figure, Shrek wrapping paper or pajamas, even Shrek candy. These advertising campaigns are no coincidence. Every year, agencies try to come up with fresh new ideas that will sweep away the consumer and sway them into buying their products. What effects do these ads have in sustaining our economy, or making us want to buy? Even if the ads aren't effective, North Americans are still buying and consuming commodities in their everyday lives. In an age where we are producing more than the earth can rationally provide, the environment has taken a severe blow for the worst. The effects of consumerism on our environment are often overlooked because we cannot see the immediate results. Yet over time, we are slowly killing the life-giving resources around us. the many environmentalist woes towards consumerism is the overuse of plastic for packaging products. Foods, electronic appliances, children's toys, cosmetics, everything is individually wrapped. The packages display clever ways to grab the attention of passers-by. Christmas is the most common time of year for a massive turnout of plastic waste. According to the Brigham North District Council, approximately 125,000 tons of plastic packaging are thrown out every holiday season. While packaging is sometimes necessary for health reasons, one look at store shelves will alert you to the trend of increasing excessive packaging. The common adage, "things just aren't as durable as they once were," rings true today with producers pulling new tricks out of their sleeves. Today, planned obsolescence is a key way to ensure that the consumer will come back for more. Shoes are made to wear out after a few months. This forces the owner of the shoes to go buy another pair. Chances are that they will stick to the brand that they were familiar with. Obsolescence ensures that the consumer will always be coming back for more. During a trip to a local garbage transfer station, we saw firsthand the consequences of planned obsolescence. A supervisor there informed us that the waste dropped at the RDS station in Bellingham is sent to Seattle. From there, the trash is loaded onto a train and transported down to Oregon, where it is dumped into a landfill. I was sitting in a food court in Bellis Fair Mall when it suddenly occurred to me that there was varying levels of awareness among consumers. The average person doesn't even think of where his or her McDonald's bag goes after it enters the trash can. It is no longer their responsibility. The janitor, in turn, takes the discarded waste to the dumpster behind the establishment. But the garbage doesn't stop there. As we learned from the RDS supervisor, the garbage is shipped or sent by train to the nearest landfill. Once in the landfill, litter can take anywhere from a few weeks to thousands of years to decompose. More than 140,000 tons of computer equipment, phones, televisions, stereos, and small home appliances accumulate in Canadian landfills each year. That's the equivalent to the weight of about 28,000 adult African elephants, or enough uncrushed electronic waste to fill up the Rogers Centre every 15 years. Automobiles are largely at fault for releasing harmful emissions into the atmosphere. In June 2005, CBC reported that greenhouse gas emissions in BC have increased by 30% since 1990. 83% of those emissions came from the oil and gas industry and the use of cars, trucks, and outboard motors in the province. The consumption of gas excretes large amounts of CO2, a heat-trapping gas that eats away at the ozone layer. The effects of CO2 cannot be revoked. The warming of the climate is now unequivocal. Emissions of carbon dioxide, the primary contributor to global climate change, rose from 23 billion metric tons in 1990 to 29 billion tons in 2004. Now that we know the issues concerning consumerism and the environment, what can we do to make a difference?